I woke up one morning and found two horns growing out of my head. I freaked out and quickly threw on a hat to hide them. Then I headed to an abandoned factory and started grinding my head against a wall like crazy. But no matter how hard I tried, even scraping through the cement, those horns stayed welded to my skull like steel. I even tried bending a steel bar with them, and it worked like a charm. I had no idea what to do. Suddenly, a bunch of snakes appeared all around me. I grabbed a weapon, ready to fight them off, but to my surprise, they didn't attack. Instead, they bowed down to me like I was their master. So where did these devil horns come from? 1 week earlier, Jenny and I had been in love for years, and I was planning to propose to her that day. But the moment I pulled out the ring, she went quiet for a long time, then suddenly said she wanted to break up. I was completely blindsided. I couldn't believe that two people so in love wouldn't make it to the end. No matter how much I begged, she wouldn't budge. In my anger, I accused her of falling for someone else, demanding to know who it was, but all I got was her back as she walked away. I had no choice but to drive off. The next morning, a cop showed up at my door asking where I had been the night before. Then he told me the devastating news. Jenny had been murdered in the forest. As her boyfriend, I became the prime suspect. Even though they never found any evidence that I killed her, everyone in town still blamed me for Jenny's death. Reporters swarmed outside my house every day, and my life fell apart. Luckily, two people still believed in me, my brother and my buddy Jimmy. Thanks to them, I managed to keep myself from falling into complete despair. Soon came the day of Jenny's memorial. Everyone gathered with candles to mourn her, while I could only watch from the shadows. After the crowd left, I couldn't hold it in any longer and stepped out. Thinking about how pure and kind Jenny was, and how her life was cut so tragically short, drunk out of my mind, I kicked over a fertility statue and then, completely losing it, pissed on the candles on the ground to put them out. The next day, I woke up with two horns on my head. I was terrified and rushed to the hospital to get checked out. But here's where things got weird. Anyone who saw my horns suddenly started blurting out their deepest secrets. One woman stood up and started arguing with an old lady in the waiting room right then and there. I tried to break it up, and suddenly her memories flashed through my mind. At that point, I had no idea I had gained the powers of a devil. Even the nurse examining me was hypnotized by my horns. Thank God, the doctor showed up just in time.